welcome. Thank you for joining me. And what else? Maria loves to talk. What am I talking about, you guys? Yes, it's a continuation. Crime, 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 crime on a dime. I am continuing with this. Again, as I stated before, it's just been so much in the news, on TV. Open your Facebook, open the computer. Family members, everybody's talking about something that they have seen on the news or happened to them when they went to the store, Walmart. And I am going to share some of the stories that stuck out to me and some that just like make you say, what? These people have no business roaming around us humans, around humanity again. I mean, it's like, Superman, we need you. We need a real life Superman, Spider-Man, all those Marvel heroes to come to life and come just snap, just get these, screen it out, filter out all these little, I don't know, little criminals. So hey, get you some snack, you know the drill. Get you something healthy, something fun, something yummy. Come back, relax. Do not forget to click like and subscribe, and let's get into Maria Loves to Talk. Yes. Okay, so the first one, I saw this and I was like, what? Are you kidding me? No, I am not speculating. Okay. But hey, that's pretty much what a lot of YouTubers are doing. I saw one guy, and I've always watched YouTube even before I started my channel, which really was just for fun and games. And he was saying, yeah, I speculate. 50%, over 50% of the people speculating. Okay, so on this one, moving along from Daily Mail, my favorite place to see what the celebrities are wearing, what's the top items on Amazon, blah, 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 and also news. Alabama man. If it's not North Carolina, if it's not Florida, it's in Alabama or Chicago. Alabama man, 38, stabbed, I shouldn't say stabbed, deleted girlfriend, 52. I thought they said she was 58 in another magazine. And cut off her $0.99, you guys, or was it a Dollar Tree? After she refused to have getting jiggy with it, baby. Or as they say, she didn't want to smash him. Or she didn't want him to shag her, basically. First of all, toxic masculinity. That's what all this is. Toxic masculinity. Probably didn't have a father in the house. Well, maybe he did, and father was toxic as well. That's probably where he learned it. Got it from his daddy. An Alabama man was frustrated. His girlfriend wouldn't let him shag her. So he, more than 100 times before cutting off her. That is a diabolical demon, devil, dog, trash. And I'm pretty sure, let me be quiet. The victims was found near her feet, and one of her limbs had been severed, according to Blount County Sheriff Mark Moon. The crime scene was so grisly that officers, rookie and veterans on the force said it was one of the worst things they ever seen or experienced in their careers. And I told y'all, I think in another video, that one of our family friends, I don't know, I call these people family friend. I guess they lived across the street from us back in the day. And a Christian family. The father was a pastor. He had, I don't know how many kids, but I know one of his sons went, he was the real quiet, more shy, timid one. So I was shocked when they said he wanted to be a cop. So he did get on the force. He didn't last, I don't even think he lasted a year. And I think he told my stepdad that he said the little bit that he saw, he didn't like. He didn't like a lot of the places that they went, a lot of the things that they saw. And also, the language or verbiage that, I'm just keeping it real, that, the cops use. But these people, these guys see a lot. I'm surprised it's not more of them in therapy. Okay, so body cam footage reveals a suspect confessing to the gruesome murder at the crime scene. In the video, he tells deputies he had done something really bad and that evidence was inside the house. He also told officers he knew he would be arrested. I don't know why they don't just save the taxpayers some dollars, kind of like that other man said, find a tree, get a rope, pretty much. According to officials, Fields and his girlfriend had gone to celebrate his birthday. They left the home they shared on Bailey Drive to Springville area, about a half hour away. When they returned, Fields wanted to have with his girlfriend, and when she declined his advance, he her in the chest. He had a drink of brandy and then went into his bedroom and was playing the guitar. He had to have issues or problems with him in the past. I don't just see this just coming on. This had to been other things going on. Fields told investigators he blacked out. They always say they black out. He went back to his room and went to sleep. Really? You did all that and you went to sleep? Wow. I guess it really took a lot of energy. It really took his energy doing all that. Fields' father called. Then he said he wanted to delete himself. Well, why didn't you? Okay, so the suspect then called his father to share that what he had done, something horrible, and wanted to delete himself. The father called Bailey's family member. I guess somebody lived nearby. When the neighbor went to the home, Moon told her what's inside is terrible and she doesn't want to see it. She then called 911. Deputies arrived on the scene around 5:30. Okay, Fields allowed the deputies to handcuff him. Well, that's interesting. They were able to take him in alive, right? They were able to take him. I guess he didn't resist, as some of the people like to say. Okay, so they went in. When the two officers arrived for backup, they entered the home, and inside the bedroom, they found a horrifying scene. The lady had been mutilated. Fields had no criminal history. No criminal history, according to court record, and no history of mental health problems. So he can't holler the mental card. On Monday, Moon said investigators went back to the house to collect final pieces of evidence. He admitted to my investigator everything he had done. So he was stable enough to know what he was doing. So you're not mental, you're not crazy. He was frustrated because he didn't get what he wanted. You're not a little kid going, you not. And even a little, you didn't get what you wanted, so your old lady, your cougar didn't want to do the wild thing with you on your birthday. Tammy 52, he 38. I thought that somewhere else they had said he was 28. I'm sending out prayers to those officers and EMS. I couldn't be one of those. I don't know who the people are that come and collect, and the ones that clean up I don't know if it's the family that clean up or the EMS or the mortuary people that come and clean up. I couldn't do it. I couldn't. Jesus. Okay. A Florida woman dies days after being attacked with a hatchet. This was November 27, 22, of Florida. And like I said, it always happened in Florida and then Alabama, okay? The previous one. St. Petersburg, Florida. A Florida woman has died after she was attacked with a hatchet by a man she let stay in her home, according to deputies. And he looked straight out kooky. The Pinellas County Sheriff Office said Lisa Rogers Eaton, 56, was pronounced dead at the hospital. Rogers' sister, Donna Voy, said the family joined her in the hospital Saturday to pray and turn off the victim's respirator. That's a sad thing. Pinellas County deputy said they found the 56-year-old with a hatchet embedded in her head after she was attacked by Michael Dougherty, 40. All these older chicks with these little young guys, I'm just saying. According to Void, Dougherty was staying with Rogers and her husband after he lost his job. Okay, so she had a man, she had a husband. Big Papa was there, but I don't know where Big Papa was when this old diabolical trash did this. We don't understand, Void said. We can't understand because she wouldn't hurt anybody. That'd be who they mess with. The innocent people that don't do anything, that's quiet and don't mess with anybody, that's timid. Deputies said Dougherty was found at 2:50 a.m. Thursday in Alachua County after deputy pulled him over. Initially, he was charged with attempted second-degree murder, but has been now upgraded to second degree. I keep asking, where was her husband? I'm sorry, I gotta ask, where was the husband with all this mess going on? You just can't open your door and let just anybody in your house. I know people be trying to, we're not in my mama, big mama days. People used to be grateful, show gratitude and respect when you open the door and gave them a place to stay. They will be grateful you gave them some food, or you brought them some food, or you helped them get on the job. Now you help a friend or somebody you thought is your friend get on the job, and they're turning against you and crackling up and telling all your business, or you let them move in and they're in the house messing with your husband or one of your kids or something. Them days are gone, letting people move in with you. So moving on to my next one. Fox 4 investigates 14 girls as abused by North Texas youth pastor. The red flags the church ignored. This is recent. This is from October 2022. This is recent. Going back to, like I said, with my former co-worker, seeing something and you don't report it, you don't tell the child's parent, hey, I'm seeing something that's not right, I'm seeing something that don't look right. You can't tell the parent. You don't want to get involved, you scared, and then I guess sometimes people feel like, well, maybe I didn't see what I saw, maybe I didn't hear what I thought I heard. Maybe if I tell them, they'll get mad at me and don't talk to me, or hey, I don't know, won't loan me any money or whatever. I don't know. Okay, so here, a North Texas mega church recently released an investigation to church members that reveal a former youth pastor abused 14 girls at 2 different churches. The former Denton Bible Church youth pastor is in federal prison serving a sentence for sexually assaulting 2 girls on church youth trips. That's something my parents, I think both my parents were intuitives. I know my mom was definitely an empath, but I'm not really sure with my father, but they were still intuitive. And my father, was streetwise. We didn't do summer parties. My parents really didn't want kids coming over, spending the night. They could come over and visit. My mom would be the one to take us to the roller skating rink, pick us up, take us to the movies, sometimes sit with us, maybe in another seat further down to the mall. But we didn't do no sleepovers. My mom did, camping, no, we didn't do all that. Okay, now one of the many victims is sharing her story publicly for the first time. The victim says she wants to shine a light on what is happening to the 14 girls because Denton Bible Church kept it in the dark. Just like my former friend, Fox 4 is not sure.
14 girls at 2 different churches.
The former Denton Bible Church youth pastor is in federal prison right now, serving a sentence for sexually assaulting 2 girls on church youth trips. Now, one of his many victims is sharing her story publicly for the first time with Fox 4 News. And Lori Brown is in studio tonight with more. Lori.
Stephen, Heather, the victim says she wants to shine a light on what happened to the 14 girls because Denton Bible Church kept it in the dark for too long. We are not showing her face and have altered her voice to protect her identity.
A youth group became a feeding ground for a deviant, and we didn't know it. That was thought to be a trusted staff person.
He was very manipulative. He was really good at playing on the emotions of teenage girls. I felt special, and that's what he was preying on.
The congregation, the church made available by request a 5-page letter summarizing a 10-month-long investigation conducted by a third-party attorney.
We paid these guys to make sure that there was not any cover-up in our church.
Scott Fredericks, that attorney and third-party investigator, is not releasing the lengthy report, citing privacy concerns for the victims. But one of those victims did want to share her story with Fox 4 News.
It was a stack, like 2 dictionaries full of papers.
For public release, the private investigation was summarized in a 5-page update. It found many failures on the part of Denton Bible Church. But one victim who spoke with us says Pastor Nelson's address to the congregation did not acknowledge what church leaders knew and when they knew it. Does it feel like they were more focused on keeping this in the dark or protecting themselves than helping to prevent it from happening to someone else?
You know what frustrates me the most about this story is the number of times I've been told we didn't know what to do. I don't really have words for that. I don't think you need a seminary degree to know what to do. You need to do the right thing. You need to take care of the victims, and you need to report to the police and CPS.
So all of this happened in the late 90s. It came to our attention in 2005. We didn't know it.
How old were you when you first met Rob?
13. He slowly treated me more like a girlfriend, and so as a young teenager, I knew something didn't feel right. I knew that I felt uncomfortable, and when he would do different things and touch me in ways that were inappropriate, he would ask me if it was okay, and if I said yes, he would keep doing it, and if I said no, he would ice me out emotionally.
According to federal prosecutors, one of the crimes the youth leader pleaded guilty to happened with a girl who was 14 at the time he met her at Denton Bible Church. In 1997, when the victim was 15 years old, Shiflett led an 8th grade camping trip to the Buffalo National River in Arkansas. He isolated her from the group, sexually assaulted her, and told her not to tell anyone. According to the church's May 1st letter, Pastor Tommy Nelson's first clues about Shiflett came before Shiflett left Denton Bible Church to go work for another church. Youth workers reported seeing Shiflett spending time alone with girls in his car, home, and a hotel room. The letter says 2 youth workers raised concerns directly to Pastor Nelson. Pastor Nelson told Shiflett's supervisor that he should not spend time alone with girls, but no one disciplined Shiflett. Another warning came in 1999. The church's letter says a college intern reported her discomfort and red flags to the wife of a youth pastor, Shiflett. The college intern concluded she had not been believed. In 2001, the letter says Denton Bible turned down Shiflett's request to be promoted to the high school pastor position because of his pattern of being alone with girls. But Pastor Nelson did not share that information with a church in Little Rock, Arkansas, a church where Shiflett applied for a job as youth pastor. In fact, Pastor Nelson recommended him. The church's letter states there was no evidence that any information about Shiflett's tenure at Denton Bible or reasons he did not get the high school position was sought by or shared with anyone at Fellowship Bible. But that statement conflicts with this.
One whom I endorsed with what I thought to be true to a Bible church in Arkansas to be the head of their youth program. No one had a clue.
As youth director at Fellowship Bible Church in Little Rock, the investigation found Shiflett abused 3 more girls. One sexual assault happened with a 16-year-old during a youth group trip in Panama City, Florida. The letter says the Arkansas church fired Shiflett in 2003. He moved back to live in Denton and continued the abuse of at least 1 girl. In 2005, 2 victims bravely came forward and told a counselor at Denton Bible about their abuse while minors by Shiflett. Both girls were 19 years old in 2005, so the law at that time did not require church leaders to report the abuse. But the victim we spoke with believes leaders in the church had a moral obligation to report it, to protect others.
We were 19 when we reported, and to navigate that on your own And to basically be abandoned by the church to do that is devastating.
The church's letter says the Denton Bible Church Elder Board voted to revoke Shiflett's ordination in 2005. And for years after that, Denton Bible alerted other organizations about Shiflett, including a school. Shiflett worked at Liberty Christian School from 2008 to 2010.
Shiflett's sentence and the federal judge lamented that the plea deal agreed to by both parties was too short of a sentence. The judge said, "I would have sent you away for 25 years. I think you are a danger to society." Shiflett is set to be released from prison in April 2023. He will be required to register as a sex offender. I'm through. This man has been doing this for all these ages, and they just basically gave him a tap on the hand. And then the church sat up there protecting and covering up for him. He basically got a tap on the hand. But these little young girls are now young adults. They got to suffer through this for the rest of their life unless they're getting some kind of, weekly or monthly therapy. I don't think it's fair. I don't. Kentucky pastor accused of sexually abusing children. And then some of these be some just ugly, nasty, diabolical devils. They wives probably don't even mess with them anymore. Probably that's why they don't have a wife. I don't know. Girard County, Kentucky, a central Kentucky pastor is facing multiple sex-related charges. This is current, February 2022. Thomas Wall of Paint Lick has been indicted by a grand jury. We first learned of the allegations against Thomas Wall about a month ago when he was arrested in Clark County on sex abuse charge involving a family member. Dating back to 40 years? 40 years? Since then, multiple other people have come forward. On Wednesday, a Girard County jury indicted Wall on 13 counts, detailing sex abuse charges of 7 victims. Most of them were under the age of 12. So this old nasty goat been doing this a long time. Those closest to the situation tell us that Wall has been the pastor of Pentecostal Fellowship Church since 2005. Just out there, just praying on everybody and anything. Wall was on home incarceration on his Clark County charges, but state police say a warrant has been issued for the arrest on indictment, which carries a $100,000 bond. So remember I told you he will be arraigned on March the 3rd. Remember I told you on the David Keandre Dixon, they put him on a $10 million bond, and it's just 2 kids. This man been doing this for 40 years, and he's on a $100,000 bond. Something, not right there. This is the last one. Texas youth pastor charged with child MOLES. I'll just leave it at that. More victims come forward. This is from the ROS report. This is current. April 20 this year, 2022. And to me, a lot of these people, these losers, they look weird. Okay, so here, more victims are coming forward after the arrest of a Texas youth pastor on multiple charges. Police in Mesquite, just east of Dallas, announced Monday they had arrested Connor Jesse Penny. Accusations he had sexual contact multiple times from 2015 to 2018 with a girl under 17 years old. Penny, 32, was a youth pastor at Inspiration Church, Southern Baptist Church in Mesquite, at the time of his arrest. He's been on felony charges of continuous sexual abuse of a child under age 14, indecency with a child, and aggravated assault of a child, Dallas County records show. Oh, okay, so they got this diabolical demon on a $2.5 million bond. More arrest warrants have been obtained. Police stated because additional victims have made outcries about a Penny from 2013 to 2021. Penny now faces charges of continuous sexual abuse in addition to his initial charges, according to Mesquite Police Lieutenant Brandon Ricketts. It's really no words. Do these guys have wives? Where's the pastor wife or the woman, the lady, the mama of the church? Where's the little old women, female, I don't know what they call them, elders or nurses? Where are the old men elders at? Where are these kids' parents at? Where are the parents at with all this going on? Do they notice anything? And again, let's think about it. This stuff didn't just start happening. I think because we have social media, we have Facebook, we have YouTube, we have Twitter, we have people starting to talk out more about it. This here has been going on. It's not new. It's just now that it's out in the open. People are revealing this. How do we stop it? Or can we stop it? These people need to be vetted. You know, just like we vet everything else, they need to be vetted. People need to speak out. Like my friend, hopefully she did eventually tell someone. I'm hoping that she did, or maybe the little girl eventually reached out to someone. But you know, you can't just keep this inside, because more innocent little girls and boys will be exploited and hurt, and you know, when it could be stopped. Last diabolical pervert pastor. Alabama news. Jefferson County pastor arrested, charged with child solicitation. This is News 19, you guys. And this guy looked like that little, what was that man on the Dukes of Hazzard? Boss Hogg. That's what he looked like. Ooh. Blount County, Alabama, in the news again. A pastor of a Jefferson County church has been arrested and charged with child as offense. Kenneth Daniel, 64, was 64 years old. Y'all know that's not his first time. Y'all know it. He probably been doing this for 40 some years. Was charged with solicitation of unlawful conduct with a child, according to jail records from BCSO. He was booked into the Blount County Jail on felony charge. According to case documents, the alleged crimes took place between January 2020 and earlier this month. So he's been a busy little devil, but I really believe he's been doing this a long time. A 7-year-old victim told her grandfather that Daniel, who is a pastor at First Baptist Church of Chalkville, had been abusing her. That's a baby. 7. Do y'all see that big old baby Huey, Boss Hogg looking, pig looking man, Michelin tire? I really need a Corona right now, you guys, but I can't. But I really need one after reading these stories. The girl reported that Daniel had touched her parts numerous times at his residence, a pool party, and a church. Daniel remains in the Blount County Jail as of Thursday. CB 242 reached out to the church officials for a statement and have not heard yet back. You guys. I don't know what to say with the little girl. She's 7. She's a baby. I mean, it's kind of difficult. How do you talk to your child other than, well, yeah, nobody touches you there. Nobody, you know, that's something our parents would tell us. They don't touch you down there. They don't touch you there. They don't show their body, any kind of language, anytime you feel uncomfortable. I don't know. All I can say, prayers go out to those victims, to the families, for healing, not just physical, but mental and emotional, because all these young ladies who have been, and the boys who have been abused, they're going to be somebody's wife, husband, parent. And they have this I don't know what you call abuse. I can't see it not following into their relationship with their spouses or with the children. So again, you see something, you know something, you hear something, y'all call 911, you call CPS, you call the police. You know, don't sit up there and stay and don't worry about, oh, well, they're not going to talk to me, or they're not going to loan me any money, or whatever. You know, you need to put those kids first. So again, I want to thank you for joining me. I'm Maria Loves to Talk. Stay healthy, happy, and blessed.